Hey, welcome back to another video with your girl Nia. I know it's been a little minute. It's been a little minute since I uploaded a video. Well, it's really been like a month. That ain't too bad. I've really been busy all of April. Like all of April has just flew. Actually, this month went by really slow, but it's been busy. Like I finally moved. My dad came for a week. Me and Legend took pictures. I went to Jacksonville to visit my homegirl at the beach. My cousin came with her daughter. We went to the beach again. And then I got sick. Well, me and Legend got sick. And it almost took me out the game, y'all. Y'all know, when I get sick, I just cannot deal. And I don't get sick that much. So when I get sick, it just be trying to take me out. And now I'm here recording. So I'm not going to make this video too long. This video is actually going to be about my 1-year anniversary as a veteran. Hey. And how I got here. The big question is, why did I get out the military? How was life after the military? What have I been doing? What can I do for disability? Blah, blah, this. I'm gonna tell y'all. So stay tuned. It ain't gonna be too detailed. It's really easy. Like if you just do what you gotta do, it should be a smooth transition, especially if you regular ETS and you ain't getting booted out the army or nothing like that. Like it should be a smooth transition for you getting regular ETS, which I did. I regular ETS'd out the army. I came to the decision to get out the army is during PT actually. We were running 4 miles. It was raining. And at this time we were trying to do 4-mile validation runs where we had to run 4 miles under 36 minutes. So we were practicing for that. If you didn't get past the 4-mile validation run, you had to keep retaking it every Monday. So one day me and one of the other sergeants, we were just talking, running. And we were just talking about life and like what we wanted in life and how the army really can't provide that for us because it's just so much going on. And like you have to like rush stuff in your life to be okay with it. Like rushing to get married, to stay with somebody, getting a family, like all this other stuff. People get married just because they want to get a house. Like I didn't want that. I came to the conclusion like I didn't want that. I didn't want to have to rush to have a luxury life in the military. Because if you wasn't an E6 or above, you wasn't going to be off-post living. If you was E5 and below single, your pay is trash. You're in the barracks. You're at the DFAC, which was garbage. And it just wasn't for me. Like I just wanted something different. And I'm like, I'm freaking 25, 26 years old getting my room checked at 5 a.m. Why? I'm too old. I'm too grown for this. Like I wanted something. I just came to the conclusion like I'm too old to be doing this. Like I shouldn't have to do certain things to have my own privacy. Like it just wasn't for me no more. So I just wanted life for me. That's why I got out the military. When I got out the military, was I sad? I was definitely sad because I'm not gonna lie. I loved mentoring soldiers. I loved being a leader. I loved all of it. It fit me well. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it fit me well. When I got out, I would actually try to get back in or go reserves. But the way my disability had came, I got a rating of too high of a rating of disability that I didn't want to try and risk lowering it, trying to get back in, and might not even get back in, as what they were told me at the recruiting office. I don't know if that was true or not. So I finally came to terms that was one part of my life, and I'm gonna leave it in the past and grow from it and learn from it, and now I'm on to a new path in life. So here I am as a civilian living life. Getting out, I got out in March. I started my terminal leave in March and moved to Florida. I started working as a government civilian the end of April as a consumer safety inspector. I'm gonna do a quick run over it. Basically, I inspected animals before they were slaughtered for human consumption, for y'all to eat. And then I would also check after they would kill them, like to see if they had any disease or if they need to be like, if they were a pass or go. I gave it a pass or go. That's basically short version of what I did. I passed or didn't pass an animal for y'all to eat. Now that job was definitely traumatizing. So I'm on the urge of being just pescatarian. Like all I eat now is just ground turkey, chicken. I don't really eat red meat. I don't eat pork. I haven't eaten pork in like 4 years. I cut pork out when I was in the military, but yeah, I'm on the urge of being just a pescatarian. So I was a GS5 that whole year. It was a pre-apprenticeship job that I actually was introduced to during my transition out the military at the SFL TAP. I don't even know, do we still call it SFL TAP? Transitioning Soldiers Program, whatever it's called now, who knows. They always changing shit. So I was introduced to this job because in the Army I was a 68 Romeo, which was a veterinary food inspector. So I would go like check the defects, all the food facilities in on post that would feed soldiers, like Burger King, the commissary, defects. What else was on post? Whatever food facility was on post, we were there checking it. That was my job. But in Germany, I was both. I was a vet tech and a food inspector. Because we ended up losing our vet tech, so we had to cover both sides. So that's what I did in Germany. Everyone was like, "What's your job?" I really didn't even want to explain to y'all because nobody knew what the hell we were except for the cooks. Only people who know who we were the cooks. But other than that, nobody knew what our job was. My job was actually smooth. Like, it was real chill. In Germany, at least. That's because I was in like a TDA unit. I wasn't in a line unit. In Washington, when I got stationed in Washington, I went to like a line unit. So I was doing real Army shit, PMCS and vehicles, going to the field, doing all that. That's another thing that I was like, oh, frick no, I'm not doing this. Like, that's another thing that I was just not for. Like, Washington State was just, I was in Washington State, y'all, not Washington, D.C. People are stupid. I was in Washington State up there by Cali. Not over here. I'm not gonna lie, Washington State was beautiful. I love Seattle. I love gloomy weather. And just the hiking, it was just so beautiful. The mountains, everything in Washington was just so beautiful. I don't regret that. And if you get stationed at Fort Lewis, their SFL TAP program is phenomenal. I'm not like, if you are transitioning to get out the Army, Fort Lewis is like probably one of the best. It's probably top 3 best programs to transition out of. They have so many opportunities, so many certifications you could take. What else? It was a lot. I ended up taking this job apprenticeship, like I said, with the USDA as a food consumer safety inspector. I ended up getting promoted at the end of my 1 year, which I ended in March of this year. I ended my 1 year mark in March. I got promoted to a GS7. I did not take the position that they offered me, though, as a GS7, just because it did not fit my lifestyle as a mother and the schedule they gave me. Now, when I was doing my first year, I was working from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and that was it. Occasionally, I would do overtime, and y'all, overtime pay as a government civilian, A1. Nothing the Army would do for you, okay? That's another reason I was kind of like, it pushed me away from being in the Army, because like, the Army would never So, and on top of that, you can use your military time. You can buy out your military time and transfer it over to your government time. So you still can do your 20 years or whatever if you didn't do your whole 20 years in the military. So, but I didn't do that yet because I wasn't sure if that was a career path that I wanted to do, which it is not. After my year was done, I decided that is not something I want to do. I have been applying to jobs though, but at the time, right now, in this moment, I am enjoying being a mother. That's what I have been doing outside of the military. I have been enjoying being a mother. I literally got out the army, got pregnant, and here I am, a mother. Everyone's like, how is Florida? I don't know. It's hot. That's about all I know. There's gators. That's about all I know. I haven't even seen half of a quarter of Florida because as soon as I got here, I started working. I got pregnant 2 months after being here, and I would go to work, come home, shower, go to bed. Boom. That's all I'll do. Now, I know a lot of people are like, how disability go? What's the process of doing disability, getting VA, blah, blah, this. If you're regular, I'm going to just say this. When you're regular ETSing, when they say you can start your VA claim at 180 days from your ETS date, start it. Start it. I started my claim in December. Got my letter back in May. They said saying that I got approved starting my disability June 1st. Got my first paycheck July 1st. So yeah, the 180 days is from your ETS date. Now your terminal leave date, your ETS date. So the way they did it for me, when I started it in December, like I said. I had my mental health evaluation in March. It was a video appointment, and I was still in Washington. I wasn't even out yet. I was still out processing out the army, and we had our evaluation over the camera, our webcam, and I just let it all out. Go in there and act a fool, y'all. Not no suicidal shit. Just, keep it cordial. Cry a little bit. Tell them the army did this. Key to everything is everything started when you started the military. That is the key thing you need to know. Everything started when you joined the military. Nothing before, nothing after. When you joined the military. If you started in 2003 is when it started. Let them know that. All your appointments that you went to, sick call, primary care doctor, everything will be documented. Even if you think it's not, go to appointments, go to sick call, go to behavioral health, do it. Don't wait till the last minute trying to do that. Do it your whole career. Do it. I started going to behavioral health, and I joined the army in 2016 of May. I started going to behavioral health 2017, like end of 2017. But I really need to go because I was going through a lot in Germany. Like, Germany might have been one of my worst duty stations ever. But that's when I started, and I haven't stopped not going. I even kept going in Washington. Like, it's not bad. People, I don't know why. Do not let your leadership pursue you to think like things are bad because you're going here, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. At the end of the day, are they going to be paying your bills? No, they're not. Are they going to be doing anything for you? No, they're not. They might help you with career-wise, but they're not going to be paying nothing for you. They're not going to be living for you. None of that. So do what you got to do to be where you need to be. That's what I'm going to say. Most of my disability percentage came from mental health. Now I'm still working to try and get it higher. I'm actually at a really high rate right now, but you know, I want that 100. Who don't want the 100? So that's what I'm working on now as we speak. What else have I been doing? Other than that, like, life for me has been great. I am not complaining at all. I still hit bumps here and there. But other than that, I have not been too bad. Like, I can't complain. Like, I got a roof over my head. I live in a nice apartment. I start school next month. All I'm gonna say is do your research. Do your research. Ask questions. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to do any of that. Because there are people out there really wanting to help us veterans, people who are getting out the military. There are people out there who really want to help you get the best of your ability to live outside of the military. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, transitioning out the Army is not the easiest thing in the world, especially if you spent most of your life being in the Army. All you know is Army, Army, Army. It is a whole different life outside of the Army and inside. Like, I'm still to this day still trying to find the balance of those. Really is that we have good work ethic. We get things done. We have that mind and discipline to want to actually get things done, work, and do that. Like, that's one thing I gained from the military as a person. Even though I'm already still kind of disciplined myself just because of my culture, but it definitely enhanced it. My poor baby, he crying. So that's what I'm gonna say. What else did I was about to say? Yeah, basically what I was saying was basically I definitely had a mental evaluation of myself of, did I really want to be still in the military? But I have definitely grown, and everything that I took from the military I have definitely used outside of the Army in my own personal manner. I'm not gonna, like, the Army definitely has changed my life for the good, and I wouldn't regret it. I don't regret being in the Army. People get out the Army and they hate, like, they hate their life. I don't hate my life. When getting out the Army, you have to have a plan. Make sure you have a plan. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you have a plan, A, B, and C plan. They will tell you all this stuff in SFL TAP. Pay attention in SFL TAP. People go to, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to SFL TAP and just get it done. No, pay attention. Do the classes. Actually prepare yourself, because this world is a hard world now. This is a competitive ass world. The Army is competitive, but it's easy competitive. Outside, no, it's not. There's a lot more you have to actually work for. Just because you were in the Army, not everybody is going to accept that you were in the Army or military. Not everybody's going to accept that. You still will start at the bottom to get to the top. Unless you can fight to get to the top, like to start at the top, but it's going to be hard. This world is not easy. So I'm going to let y'all go because my child is crying and screaming outside of his lungs. But that is all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was my life outside of the military story. But my camera's about to die too. So thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you're not. Like, if you have questions, don't be afraid to DM me on Instagram, on the bottom of this video. Anywhere, phone, Snapchat, wherever you have me. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I'm here to help you guys. If you need the help, I have the answers. I promise I do. Or if not, I can help you, direct you into the answers that you need. So next month I will be starting school. I'm using my VRNE. If you don't know what that is, use that before you use your GI Bill if you can. So yeah, that's another thing. Save your GI Bill if you can. Use your VRNE first. Another thing, if you plan on going to school after you get out the Army or military, so just if you have questions, just let me know. I have to go. But I love you guys. And I'll see you later.